Hello, Black Women Amplified family. This is your girl, Monica Wisdom, and I'm super excited to be here. Listen, welcome. I'm your host and the producer of this show, and today we begin a new chapter. This is a chapter where softness is not weakness, where joy is not delayed, and where our power resides in our peace. Yes, we are starting a brand new series called The Soft Life is Political. Why am I doing this series? Because this is where we are right now. As I was contemplating what to do, who to interview, all the things, what I realized is that we need a conversation with each other. And I wanted to offer my experience, my wisdom, my understanding of life and the changes that I am making with you so that we can be in conversation with one another. And here's the thing, the way that the nation is right now, we've tried all the other things. People are like, well, why aren't you all saying anything? Why aren't you doing this or doing that? We have done it. We have not done it for years or decades. We have done it for centuries. We have resisted out loud and up front. And it has cost us. It has cost us in ways that most people can't imagine. So in this era, we are choosing rest, softness, and joy, but not as a retreat, but a radical return to self. It is a statement, it is a resistance, and it is necessary. So hello, welcome to Black Women Amplified. This is the chapter where softness is not weakness, joy is not delayed, and where your power lives and your peace. This series, The Soft Life is Political, is something we're going to go deep into for the next 8 episodes. Because realize today's episode is a love letter and a reckoning. We just came off of Cory Booker doing his 25-hour declaration to the world that we're not going to take it. He stood up in a way that I had never seen before in my entire life, and it was amazing. But here's the thing about the soft life. Years ago, I started hearing that phrase floating around social media, and it was beautiful Black women in robes and candlelight spa days and brunch and slow mornings, easing into the day and solo travel. At first, it felt like an aesthetic, like just something you do. But the more I got into it, for me, it became a mission. Because here's the truth. Here is the truth. And the Nat ministry will tell you, rest is resistance. We have carried generations. We have been that strong friend, that reliable daughter, everything to everyone. But here's the question, who holds us? Who gives us permission to breathe and to rest and to receive? I don't know about you, but I have been through bouts of burnout, exhaustion, and overwhelmed. Underpaid, overwhelmed, exhausted, and spread super thin and over-obligated. On top of, that's just regular life. On top of that, the obligations that society puts on us. So for us in this moment, soft life is not a luxury. It's about liberation, and it's a spiritual shift that we're going through, an evolution. It's saying we are no longer going to hustle for our worth. We don't have anything to prove to anybody. I'm allowed to be at ease because my softness is sacred. It's my femininity. It's my divine feminine. And in a country that criminalizes our beauty, disrespects our bodies, and minimizes our power, choosing softness is not a small thing. Not at all. Not at all. It is revolutionary. So today I want to remind you that you don't have to wait around until the world is calm, because that ain't happening anytime soon. It's time to claim your peace. This world is so chaotic. Today there are marches all across the world that is fighting this administration. It's called Hands Off. Google it. It's amazing. Thousands of people, millions of people, city across city, from Detroit to Boston to Germany, all the places are saying, we're not doing this anymore. People are making a choice. But you know who else is making a choice? Black women. Yes, the news is heavy and we are navigating through deep layers of grief and injustice and uncertainty on every level. But that's why this matters even more. Because our joy, our rest, our stories are necessary for survival. I created this series for us, for Black women who are brilliant and burnt out. For those who are successful, but their soul is tired. I don't know about you, but my whole soul gets tired. For those who know that there is more softness, more pleasure, more life, but don't necessarily know how to access it. We don't know how to turn down or turn off. You know what? For you, let this be your portal. For the next few episodes, we're going to talk about rewriting your story, creating your next chapter, and building your legacy with grace. We're done with the hustle and grind. If you read the blog on Black Women Amplified, I've talked about it. If you've listened to any podcast where I've been interviewed, I've talked about being burnt out, almost dying with pneumonia because I was hustling and grinding and ignored the symptoms of the full-blown pneumonia that I had. And not only are we going to talk about your legacy, building it with grace, but monetizing your wisdom. There's a whole different way to do this thing. And I've been learning about it and growing and learning and growing this because it's about owning your voice. And every step of the way, we'll do it with softness as a strategy. Everything is strategic. As a strategist, I look at all the steps. Because here's the thing. When a Black woman lives a soft life, she is not just changing her circumstances. She's changing the world. Now take a deep breath. Let it all in. Receive all the love and the energy that I'm sending you. And receive this series as a love letter for you. Because all of my years of work, I have only wanted you to see the magnificence of who you are and for you to fall in love with yourself. So no matter if it's an interview with an incredible person that maybe you've never heard of before, and I have a conversation about their story and their life, or it's my journals that I create, like the Soft Love Blueprint or the Next Chapter journal, the Self-Discovery Journal, or it's a project or a course that I'm putting together to help you rewrite your story and shift your narrative in your head, or if it's my coaching or consulting, any of those pieces of me, my writings, my center core of everything I do is Black women. Why? Because I'm alive today because of the Black women who poured into me. My aunts, my cousins, my friends, strangers that I have met around the world that I have befriended. On my travels, strangers that I meet. Because when your heart is open, you get fed. God feeds us through many different voices. And some of them you like and some of them you don't like. This week we got fed through Cory Booker. Next week it'll be somebody else. But this is about, the soft life is about nurturing ourselves, resisting everything they've told us about ourselves, and writing our new chapter, knowing, with a knowing of our magnificence. So we are at the beginning of something very beautiful. And I hope that you tune in and continue to listen. And I hope that you listen again and again. And I hope, my prayer is that this is not just a podcast series, but a movement. Because the soft life is political for Black women. We have not had the luxury of luxuriating in our sacred power. Bits and pieces, but overall as a lifestyle, this is a new conversation for us. And we're going to have it on the Black Women Amplified podcast. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow me on the Black Women Amplified Instagram page. I'm going to put together a private group for us there or somewhere where we can have interaction and conversations with one another as a community. So as we close out this episode, I hope that this spoke to your spirit. And again, I want to invite you to share it with other powerful women in your life. And don't forget, because this is important too, we got a little job. I want you to subscribe to the podcast, rate it, and leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen, because this helps the message get out and reach more people. I'm doing this podcast, but I too need support, and I'm asking for it from each of you. I put out this work, and I've been doing it for a couple of years, and my family has graciously supported me through this process. And now it's time for me to ask for support from the community of women, all of us in this together. Everything in life from this forward, this moment on, has to be reciprocal. And I'm not just talking about this podcast. I'm talking about in life. Relationships with friends, relationships with family, relationships with peers, with our community, with our jobs. Because you deserve to be fed the finest in life. And don't forget to, again, follow Black Women Amplified on Instagram as well as YouTube. We have reached 5,000 subscribers over there, so I'm going to be putting more content over there. You'll see my face more. Instagram, and you can find me on Threads. I cut up a little bit on Threads, but I'm over there, and I love it over there. It's soft, and it's fun, and it's cool, and I get to meet a lot of people. I've met a lot of you that are listening now, so welcome to the world of Black Women Amplified. So I'm going to say goodbye now. And until next time, stay soft, stay sovereign, and stay amplified. Have an amazing day.
Thank you for listening to Black Women Amplified. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to subscribe and log on to blackwomenamplified.com for more information. Keep shining.